welcome to Getting Down with Dave Jones. Dave Jones here, and today we've been talking about movies the last 4 weeks here, and we're going to continue that with a movie man, guy that's no stranger to that whatsoever. Jeff Ailshie. I have to call you Wildman because that's how I know you, and a lot of people do.
Well, Dave, you can call me whatever you want to call me. I said we go back a long way, ever since high school. So you've been a part of my career since I started the wrestling career, and of course, we knew each other in high school. So you can call me whatever. I'll answer anything to you.
All right. Well, I can think of things.
And I would probably answer to them.
Well, that's true. But we have had a long time in the wrestling business. That's been last 15 years, I guess, that I've been involved in it, and you were somewhere started around that time as well.
Yeah, I've been in the wrestling business for 24 years. 24 long years.
Yeah.
It's been a ride. It's been fun. But as age creeps up on you, I still like to entertain, but I need to find something, or needed to find something that I could transition into that was a little bit less painful. So I chose to go with the movie and acting route, just because I like to entertain,
Right.
And so some people got me in contact with some people, which is now my agents, Talent Track Agency, and I just trying to live the dream,
Well, and that's what it is to a lot of people, and you get as you said, you use a talent agent. You can go out and find your own stuff. I've seen you in some independent stuff from here in the area.
Right.
And let's see, you've been in a couple of pretty big things.
Yeah, I've done some, when I first started out, I guess I done an investor cut for the Benjamin Brothers. I was a redneck stripper called Randy Long in a film called Hose Jockeys, which is a script that the Benjamin Brothers had written. And the Benjamin Brothers is Brooks and Jason Benjamin, who are local filmmakers in the area. Jason's an actor, local actor in the area. And it was an investor cut, and they asked me to be in that. And that was actually my first taste of it. And then from there, I had started putting my name out and got cast as a extra, which an extra is someone that doesn't have a line. And a lot of times an extra is just somebody that walks in the background,
Right.
But I had a featured extra part in Country Strong. I had a featured extra part in Parental Guidance with Billy Crystal this year. When I got on set, I was the bully's dad. But as time went on, I was asked to move down the line, so I just become an extra. So I really got shafted from a principal extra to to an extra.
All right.
So you might see me and you might not. But Jupiter Entertainment has been big for my career in the Knoxville area. They produce Sins and Secrets, Snapped. There's a new group, a new show called Killer Couples that's coming out in March of this year, which I shot the very first episode about 3 weeks ago on it, so it'll be out in March. And they do How It's Made and Son of Guns and all kinds of different stuff. And they're located here in Knoxville, so they keep a lot of the local actors fairly busy. Usually they'll shoot 4 days a week, Tuesday through Friday, and my agent usually gets me those gigs, and I go do my gigs, whether it might be an hour or 12 hours. And that's the thing on a set, you never know. You could go in with one line and be there for 12 hours. So it's something that's not cut out for everybody. It's something that you got to love to do, And do I watch myself on camera when I'm done? Not really, I don't. I love to do it. I love the process of it, but I move it and I'm ready to move on and go to something else.
Right.
Well,
yeah, I understand that. What about, I was asking you earlier about some background. How did you know you wanted to do that and be part of that? Did you discover that in high school or when you came out?
Well, you know, I started out in high school, and I'd done some drama in the drama clubs from high school. I think it was Our Town, and I've done some, actually was what we call the state champion Readers Theater in Nashville. We actually went in and done some stuff in Nashville, and our group won the state champion trophy for the Readers Theater. You know, I've always liked to be, I've always wanted to act. I've always been an actor, I guess. I've always been a cut-up, a clown. I've always wanted to make people laugh. I've always wanted to do stuff like that. That was just me. I mean, I remember at a young age, you know, we lived on a highway, and there's a telephone pole sitting there with a down guy, and we had this strip of straight road, and me and all my buddies when cars would come, we would take off running down that strip, and we would hang ourselves on the guy wire, and cars were like, stop, like we had hung ourselves, you know. But it's just something, you know,
Right.
I've always had it in me. I've always had that, want to do this. I've just, you know.
Ham mentality?
Exactly. You know, I've always wanted to be I am a ham. I always wanted to be a ham. I shaved my head for 15 years, 18 years in the wrestling business, and was a villain. And up until about 6 weeks ago, just the first time I've had hair in years. I've always played the villain, the security guard, the police officer. In Country Strong, I was a security guard. Parental guidance, I was the supposedly bully's dad. But I had this hard look to me. Well, with hair, I'm kind of softening it up a little bit, and I'm just trying to change my look a little. You know, I'll be 51 in about 2 weeks, and you know, I just, you know, the roles I were playing bald was anywhere from 35 to 50. Mm-hmm. With hair, it kind of narrows it down. It puts me closer to my age. I can't play that 35 anymore. I can probably go to 40 to 50. But you know. I don't care what I play. It doesn't matter if it's a dad, a preacher, a doctor, a lawyer, or whatever. I'll play it. In the film we just got finished shooting, A Woman in the Mirror, I was portrayed a doctor.
Yeah.
And it was a first for me. I actually had several lines in this movie, and you know, it was a challenge to me, and I enjoyed it. And it's actually prodded me to dig a little bit deeper, to pull more stuff out of my insides to do this.
Right. Well, you know, as you were speaking about being the bully's dad and some other bully type things, which would get you into a typecast role.
Exactly.
This one certainly was outside of that
Exactly.
realm there.
I have always been typecast. I've always been, like I said, I've always been that security guard, the policeman, the axe murderer. I've always been that part, the bad person, you know. And this was a different role for me. It was a more of a challenging role because I couldn't be mean. I had to be compassionate. I had to be caring. I had to be attentive. That's not any roles that I played before. So it was a challenging role for me, and I enjoyed it, and it pulled out of me some things, and I learned from this film, and I hope it leads to other things.
Well, we'll be hopeful on that, and we did see some footage of you in the last couple of weeks there where you were doing it, and we'll actually put some more footage in there, and I thought
Great.
you did an excellent job there,
Thank you.
And played a very pivotal part in that. And well, let's also talk about some of the stuff that you got coming up that you know about that you're going to work on in the future. You said you had what was it, parental guidance,
which
and,
this actually come out. I think it was Christmas. Actually, I think it did come out in Christmas of 12.
Okay.
So it's in the theaters now. It's probably on its way out now to DVDs. It's with Billy Crystal and Bette Midler, and Marissa Tomei and some other.
I meant to mention that with the one you said that you the first episode that hasn't aired yet. What's some of that stuff that may be coming up?
Killer Couples.
Yeah, Killer Couples.
Yeah, that actually, a lot of the Snapped Jupiter Entertainment footage is murder mysteries. I always say, well, it's the one where the husband gets killed, because it seems like it's always that's what they're true stories. They've happened, so they're reenactments. And what Jupiter used to do was it was a reenactment that there was no lines. Now, Sins and Secrets, Homicide Hunters, I forgot to mention, which that's one too, and Killer Couples actually have dialogue. So now, as reenactment, you're still doing dialogue, and the camera will pick up the dialogue too. So that's something that's coming out. I play this part. I was the cousin of the guy that got murdered, so I actually find him murdered. I have a few lines. I'm on the phone with 911, but I'm a little there again. I'm one of the shady. I'm a shady cousin.
Right.
So, but that's coming out. We've got something in the works with Thundering Hoofs right now, who done Woman in the Mirror.
That's right.
I can't really say a lot about it right now. It's an independent film, and while we're on independent films, let me just take this time to say something that it's bothered me for several days now, and I wanted to get it out about independent films. There's a lot of great, fair independent filmmakers in the Knoxville community.
Mm-hmm.
They all have a different way of shooting. They all have right ways. They probably all have wrong ways. But does it make the film bad? It depends on how, Dave, if you want to shoot something, you might say, I'm going to shoot something real quick with handheld and let's go with it.
Right.
That's your style. Then your buddy might say, I'm going to use a tripod. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go word for word, line to line. You're going to say, no, I'm going to ad lib. Does that make it right or wrong? It's preference.
That's right.
Whatever the filmmaker wants, it's his vision, her vision. They make it the best of their ability and the best of an independent lighting, camera, background, extras, whatever. You have to do the best you can do with what you have.
That's right.
Everybody has a vision, and just because your vision is not the same as mine doesn't mean it's wrong.
No.
So, with that being said, there is a lot of great filmmakers in the area. Are they all the same? No, because every one of them shoot different. But the bottom line is they love what they do.
All right.
So, sorry about getting off on that tangent, but I just wanted to bring that out there.
That's fine. I think you've the most recent was an association with Thundering Hooves,
Right.
Rhonda Smalling.
Right.
Some great people worked on that with you, and that's going to be the upcoming project that you're doing? Is it some of the same people?
Some of the same people, not all. I've been told that I have a lead part in this one. So it's going to be, I'm excited. It'll be a challenge, but I'm excited because I have something to prove. I want to prove it to myself, to the film community, to my agents, that I'm more worthy than a one-liner, that I can do some other things. I can do that. But I have to prove myself. And as an independent actor, just like an independent wrestler, we have to prove ourselves. As an independent filmmaker, you have to prove yourself.
That's true.
So it's something that I'm looking forward to. I'm up for the challenge. Hope to sit here beside you and talk about our film, 6 months from now.
That'd be great. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm excited about the future I've been taking some classes, been going to Nashville taking classes, been talking to some local actors in the area here, taking some dialect training because I'm such a Southerner. I have to try to work on my dialect,
Okay.
which is very hard.
Yeah.
Being from the South.
Oh, I agree.
But, I'm just doing what I can do to try to better myself, to hone my craft, as we call it in the wrestling business.
Well, you got to get outside your comfort area
Exactly.
to grow and expand, and And you know, I thought that was excellent what you did in Woman in the Mirror, because when I heard that, I said, Jeff plays a doctor. And I'm like, oh, and a mad doctor? Okay.
Yeah, mad scientist or what?
But you did an excellent job.
Thanks.
You were very well prepared, and that was a very well made film.
Sure was.
In a few minutes, we're going to catch some of that. We'll do that on the Tales Out There, and we'll show as many scenes as we can of your parts in it. Let's see. And the next one will be some of the same people there. Rhonda.
Yep.
How was your relationship with Rhonda? I've
You
known
know,
her
actually,
and had her on the show
Rhonda.
before.
Well, Rhonda and myself and a couple others actually cast Woman in the Mirror.
Okay.
We had 50, 60 people that come in for auditions for the parts. There was a lot of kids in it, but the main roles were cast with local actors, actresses, and you know, it's a lot different sitting behind a table watching somebody come in and read this part.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's, you know, I can see myself now when I go sit in front of Finn Cannons and do an audition. You know, they've seen 14 people before me, and they're going to see 14 people after me. And am I good enough that I've said something that caught their eye that they can say, you know, bring this guy back? It's tough. It really is. It all comes down to look and what you need.
Yep.
You know, do we need some guy that's got a twang? Do we need a guy that's bald-headed and mean looking? What do we need? Does this guy fit the look? Does this girl fit the look? You know, it's all about look. I mean, you know, this script could be written for example. I read for a part in Army Wives. The part was for a biker in a leather jacket. A bald-headed biker in a leather jacket. Great, I got this.
Mm-hmm.
Sent a great audition tape in. It was really good. I was really pleased with it. Didn't get the part. When the show aired, the guy that got the part was a long, black-haired Asian gentleman with a leather jacket on. Skinny.
Mm-hmm.
So there was something that triggered those casting directors that, hey, let's go this route.
Right.
So you never know when you go sit in front of a casting director, an agent, whatever. So, but back to your question, Rhonda and I worked very well together. I helped Rhonda, you know, build sets, build equipment, so she could film. I wasn't on set all the time, but my equipment that I made for her was for her, and she used it exclusively. And if she needed something, if I could help, I would try my best to accommodate. And there's a lot of venting going on,
yeah,
from her, from me, from all the other actors and actresses. It's just there again. It's like independent wrestling. Sometimes it's a headache.
Yeah.
But we had a good time. We had a fun time. It took the majority of the summer to film. We had a good time doing it. Then there were some bad times, but the good times outweighed the bad.
Well, that's what counts there.
Yeah.
And wrapping up, one thing I can say about you from knowing you so long is you're a team player. You go in, you know, we have a concept in mind, usually in wrestling shows that you and I have done together, and that's what we want to accomplish, and you help bring everybody together into that to make a coherent whole out of the...
You know, in life, you know, even the one perfect person in the world always had people that hated him. So I don't care what you do, what I do, what Rhonda does, what anybody does. It's never going to please everybody.
No.
You know, there's always somebody you could lay brick of gold on this table to stack it full, and you tell these 20 people to come in, and everybody pick a brick of gold up, and probably 18 of those people are going to pick that brick of gold up, and they're going to smile, and they're going to thank you. And you've got 2 that's going to pick it up and smile and thank you. And as soon as they get out of your way, they're going to say, we're getting ready to get screwed. Getting ready to get screwed. But that's life.
Yeah.
That's the way it is. So, you know, you have a vision, I have a vision. People have visions that what they want to make work. Is it always right? No. Is it always wrong? No. It's a collaboration of mine, yours, and everything. Let's sit down and make this thing work. If you have a point person, the lead, that's fine. But that point person don't know it all. You know, the more minds together, the more we can think about this, put it together, the more we can make it work. You know, it's more than one person's idea. Rhonda had this idea, Woman in the Mirror. But when this movie was over, it was 20 people's ideas. Right. Because what Rhonda wrote, you had 19, 20 other actors that had to bring that to life.
Yeah, that's absolutely the truth. I learned that as a musician. I did a lot of recording by myself, putting all the instruments on, and I wasn't proficient enough but that was the way I wanted it. But of course I couldn't sell it because it didn't have that professional sound.
Right.
And I had to learn to work with other people to make things like that work. Well, we're going to catch a little bit of a Woman in the Mirror there, and hopefully you will be back on the next project, and we'll talk about it.
Plan on it.
Thanks for getting down with Dave Jones, and thanks for watching this, and Jeff Ailshie, the Wildman, I know him as, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks.
Amanda, can you prep examination room number 2, please?
Yes, doctor.
Okay.
And Miss Miller is in exam room 1.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Elizabeth Sharp Miller. You're William's daughter.
Yeah. Dad said
Nice to meet you.
Dad said that he knew you.
Yes. William and I go back a long way. We were in med school together. That was when we were both young and attractive. What are we seeing you for today?
I'm really not sure. I'm having some headaches and I'm having trouble sleeping and
Let's see.
I just feel kind of tired.
How's your appetite been?
I'm not very hungry, but I make myself eat.
Okay. Open, please. Good. Is there any unwanted stress going on in your life that you can tell me about?
No?
Okay. Personally, I feel you're probably exhausted. You seem very tired. A new marriage can be stressful on a young couple. Take some time yourself, rest, and call me if you need anything. But you need to drink plenty of water. Water is the key to dehydration, and dehydration is the main thing that causes headaches. Okay, give this to the girls up front. If there's anything we can do, you just let us know, okay?
I will.
It's good to see you. Tell your dad I said hello.
I will.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Amanda, where's she at?
Oh, doctor, she's in exam room 2.
Okay, do you have her chart?
I put it on the door for you.
Thank you.
Doctor,
Yes.
she looks really bad this time.
Okay. Elizabeth? What's wrong?
I'm just really fed up with all this that's going on with me. I mean, look at me. I'm not sleeping. I'm having crazy dreams. I feel like I have no energy. If I stand up, I feel like I'm about to hit the floor.
You wrote you've been sleepwalking. When did this start? And what do you do when you sleepwalk?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
And I keep having these recurring dreams, and it's the same dream over and over and over and over. And I don't know. You know, I'm in some bar with a bunch of motorcycle men and strippers and women and fighting, and it's craziness. I mean, I'm not. But it's the same dream every single night. And then I wake up and feel like I've been ran over by a truck.
Okay.
Brad thinks I'm crazy. Every single time I dream, I hear a woman's voice saying my name, and then I wake up. So it's like when I hear that voice, I know that it's a dream.
I don't want to medicate you unless we know exactly what's going on.
Okay.
Listen, we're here to help you, okay?
But I don't understand how this even happened.
I'm going to set the test up, and we're going to find out. We'll get to the bottom of this, okay? Jenny, are you here yet? Jenny? Jenny, are you here yet?
Yes, Dr. Harris.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Jenny, do you remember a patient we had about a year ago? Hallucinating, night sweats, calling herself a witch.
Oh, yeah. How did you forget that one? I think her name was Sherry Etheridge.
Etheridge. Did you start calling herself Gwendolyn or something like that?
Yeah. Didn't they find her dead in front of a mirror?
Do you think we still have her file?
I'm sure we do.
Can you check and see if
Sure.
we've got it? I
Go
need to
get
look
it.
at something right quick. Yes. 35 milligram. Yes, QID. Thank you.
Here you go.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Let's see here. We've got Miss Sherry here. Headaches, dizziness, hallucinations, nightmares, headaches, sleepwalking.
Wasn't she multiple personalities and schizophrenic also?
It's classic. Found dead in the bedroom, October 28, 2009. Strangled at the neck. Address 115 South Cumberland Avenue. 115 South Cumberland Avenue? Oh my God, that's Elizabeth's address. What the hell's going on? Jenny, hold on my calls.
Okay.
If you need me, I'll be at the Millers.
All right.
Hold on a second. Coming. Dr. Harris? What's up?
Bradley, can I come in?
Yeah, come on in.
Thanks.
What are you doing?
Well, we've got some issues. Where's Elizabeth?
I think she had a client early this morning. She's already left. Why? What's up?
I hope nothing yet. Get dressed, I'll fill you in on the way.
Hello? Yes, this is he. I'll be right there. That was the police. They've got Elizabeth down at the station.